tip of the spear. Oh, welcome back to Lady Babylon on this gorgeous Friday evening. Oh, people, thanks to Chewy for her work and Junius for the music that brings in the glorious words of our divine Lord and Savior, Jesus the Christed. Love you, Jesus. People, You've come to something incredible tonight. I'm not going to pull any punches. This is classic Lady Babylon. What do I mean by that, people? I have a text for you tonight that will, oh God. What we have done is we have reached into the Epstein files, and we have pulled from this historical treasure of documents detailing your human history. We have pulled from it one story to tell. Oh God, people, it's like what we've done. The Epstein files, no, not yet, Chewie. The Epstein files are just like the Bible, people. All of early Christian literature, all of it can be put into a giant lump as the Epstein files can. And then you can go through, you can get 1,000 FBI trans-dimensional agents to historically wipe out certain documents, redact them, if you will. Well, those redacted documents are the Apocrypha. And the stuff that managed to get through is the Bible, but there is so much there to expose the reality in the language. So what are we going to do tonight, people? We're going to go to an actual Christian ritual found in a place that people will scratch their heads and say, what? As they have for years. It is a true Christing that will make you born again. Are you ready for this? In order to get there, people, we have to come through the immediate history that we have ourselves. This is a document. This is the document. Now, before we get to the document, I do want to warm up a little. I want to warm up, people. Before we even get to the beginning, I want to warm up. There is a documentary team, as you know, right? Oh, God. Bruno is out there working his buns off, and he has, and it was that one, he has another preview. I want us to see what's being captured and relayed. Go, Chewie.
Fue inmensa nuestra sorpresa cuando en una de nuestras reuniones en terreno con el Dr. Amon Hillman pudimos acceder a textos que mencionaban el inhupnion en griego antiguo o la incubación en español. Sin duda el terreno onírico comenzó a ser parte de conversaciones diarias del equipo de filmación y producción. Algunos registros fueron sincrónicos y otros perturbadores. A continuación les presentamos el volumen 3 de nuestra serie, donde este es solo uno de los temas que desarrollaremos junto al Dr. Amon. Bienvenidos a History is Inquiry.
The mythraic liturgy interacted with Carl Jung. It came to him in the form of a revelation of a schizophrenic patient.
I told you that we were recording our dreams, and I remember you told us, keep doing that, because, you know, they were doing that, and it was mandatory. What are we talking about? I mean, is the actual blood?
If you offered me something that would give me the rest of my life not being afraid of death, I would take it in a fucking second. Fantastic, people. You see what can be brought to you. You see what you can get. Oh, God, it's a glimpse into a reality that is amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous, right? Completely cleaned timeline. Oh, all the fractures repaired. Just the reality coming through. Isn't that amazing? What is that, Chewie? You've got my attention. Fantastic. This is from Slain builder. Doc, it's weird watching you sit in a chair. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, but I didn't. When did I sit in a chair? Oh, okay, fine. Fine, people. People are watching. I love that in a certain way. Yes, it's not at all wrong of me to say I'm humbled by people watching, by the audience. I'm humbled. I read your testimonies and I see what you've been through and where you're going. I see a lot of monists. I see a lot of Christians, lifelong Christians for short periods of time, Christians who have been in the thick of it, who have been able to step out of it and become free. Right? And that's how we're functioning now, congregation. We're just there to free people. We're just there to free them, right? Oh, God. The joy that's in those. We'll read some of these testimonies later. Thank you, right? Thank you for watching Stones and Serpents. It allows us to bridge, because Bruno can ask the right questions. It allows us to bridge kind of this investigation of this ancient mystery and what it is and what they did. It's focused and it's gorgeous. So yeah, give Bruno a look-see and let's go forward. People, this is all in preparation for the concerts, right? Oh God, the concerts and the spread of this gospel of freedom. Fantastic. All we have to do is stand. All we have to do is stand. This is gorgeous, people. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, before I throw you into a brick wall, I want you to see a couple of viddies, and I just want to take a sample just to suck some soul. Let's suck some of Jeffrey Epstein's soul. Oh, God, are you kidding? People, you can't be in Tartarus. What you do, it wasn't at the beginning. I had it set up in a specific place. What do you reset? Oh, no. What is Jeffrey Epstein? It's okay, Chewy. Just don't look. Don't do it. Don't touch it. Okay. No, that's not it. Is it? Okay. People, Jeffrey Epstein said, when asked the question during a deposition, he said, they asked him, hey, did you ever have an association with Donald Trump, a friendship in which you socialized? Yes. Did you ever socialize under the circumstances of a teen and preteen sex party? And Jeffrey Epstein's answer, with Donald Trump. And Jeffrey Epstein's answer was, I take the fifth, man. I can't say. Okay, let's go. People, I just want you to keep that in your mind. It's the context for what I'm about to bring you. Show me the next one, Chewy. Show me the next video. Just play it where it is. Perfect. Just play it. It did. It reset itself or something. That's weird. Play that one. Go ahead. Oh, fantastic. People, check this out.
He's almost the second coming, in my humble opinion.
There is no president who has saved more human lives than Donald Trump. Look at the things he's done. His actions are, in fact, advancing the teachings of Jesus Christ.
Okay, people, go ahead and take that down. People, do you see? This is what they said in 2026, about 8,433 years ago. This is what they said about this guy, that he was the second coming. Oh, God, this guy is actually advancing the teachings of Jesus. How dare the Pope jump in there? How dare he? That was for you, Pope. dare he? Oh, people, how can I get your attention? Let me show you the document that this is all based on. Go ahead, Shuey, flash it up there. People, look, I'm speaking to you from the Gospel of the United States District Court, from the great book of the Epstein files. This is the case of Katie Johnson versus Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein. It's a complaint about sexual abuse. Look on the right side. And what else? Conspiracy to deprive civil rights. When you are turned into a sex slave by a lay stace like this girl was, right? And Chewy wants me to tell you that's an actual picture of Katie Johnson. Her name is Katie Johnson, right? Look at her. There she is. Burn her smile and her innocence into your brains. This is Tartarus, bitches. It's time for punishment. Let's see what the witnesses. Now, people, I know you're going to sit there and you're going to say, this is not credible. Can I show you the witness statement at the end? Do you know who our witnesses? They didn't get Al Capone's bookie. They got the rapey Al Capone's party organizer. Oh, God. People, look. This is Tiffany Doe. I want to tell you a story. Now, people, what are we doing? We're looking at a source. People are going to be looking at this 8,000 years in the future to determine what the hell happened to America. These will be the documents they have preserved because you and I are discussing them now. Thanks to an act of Congress, a unanimous act of Congress. Oh, God. Right? Wasn't there one guy that was pro child rape in that? Some guy backed out, didn't vote for it. Yeah, congressman, senator, I don't know which one it was. People, let's go to the Tiffany, who's the witness. How do we know, people? Witnesses, these are primary sources. Tiffany Doe is a primary source. And what does she say? She said she works. She was a trusted employee of Jeffrey Epstein. What's her job? She's for 10 years a party planner for his underage sex parties. People, what is she doing? She is organizing underage sex parties for Trump and other people like him who Epstein is keeping his information on for the sake of international blackmail and finance, corruption, genocide, the funding of genocide on the back of Katie Johnson. Why? Because that's the price that Jesus Trump has to pay. He has to pay. Welcome to the real. Let's see. Katie, I hope you're out there. I really, really hope you're out there. Consider this our humble, Lady Babylon's humble attempt to tell your story with accuracy. Please bring up this witness. Tiffany will swear to everything because she had to be there, as it says. She had to be there in order to tell Epstein exactly what was going on so he could get his compromise on everyone. Right? Here are the factual allegations. The plaintiff, Katie Johnson, alleges that the defendants, Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein, did willfully and with extreme malice violate her civil rights under 18 U.S.C. 2241 by sexually and physically abusing plaintiff Johnson, by forcing her to engage in various depraved acts, sex acts, right? And then threatening her with physical harm and also her family. Where's the picture of Trump? Because I want people to realize this is this guy that it's referring to. We need to know in history, who is the person we're referring to? This guy right here, people. This guy. How is that for an AI image? How is that? Fantastic. Fantastic. Let's go. The illustrated story of Katie Johnson versus Donald J. Child Rapist Trump. Let's go to the next one. What does it say? The plaintiff, Katie Johnson, what else did she allege? She alleged the defendants Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein also did willfully and with extreme malice violate her civil rights. Go to the end of the sentence, which was what? They made her the sex slave. These are lacei, just like Jesus. They run all the way to the prison screaming, I am not sex trafficking, just like Jesus did, right out of Jesus's mouth. Now, how did they trap these girls? How did they trap the apostles? It's the promises. What are the promises that they gave to the Epstein girls? Modeling, contracts, careers. You'll be able to meet stars. You know, they offered them monetary gain and careers. They gave them something to hope for, but immediately this facade crumbled and they got shipped to the child traffickers' island of doom, where all the people like Bill Clinton would go in order to service their needs, to cruelly rape your children. And this is what people are concerned about. You know, Chew, a couple of those videos were what people are concerned about with Trump. Look at what the Christians have become concerned about. What are they concerned about? He passed on a copy of a picture. This guy passed on a copy of a picture that made him look like Jesus. And that's why you're so fucking mad. Let's read what else did Katie Johnson say that he did to her when she was 13. That was corroborated by the woman who was in charge of these sex parties. Number 7, the plaintiff, Katie Johnson, alleges she was subjected to extreme sexual and physical abuse by the defendants, Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein, including forcible rape during a 4-month time span. Now, people, I don't have to translate this from Greek, but I am doing the exact same thing I do with all of my historical sources. All right. We're looking at what the source says, covering the months of so-and-so, right? This is 1994, when she was a minor. When she was a minor at 13, the age of 13. The plaintiff, Katie Johnson, alleges she was enticed by promises of money and modeling, right? Where is this taking place? New York City, Jeff Epstein's place, with Don Trump attending. On the first occasion involving the defendant, Donald J. Trump, the plaintiff, Katie Johnson, was forced to manually stimulate Donald Trump, defendant Trump, with the use of her hand upon defendant Trump's erect penis until he reached sexual orgasm. That is the language of the court. That is the language of the case. The whole time we're reading this, as an historian, you should be looking at this source and saying, what kind of writing is this? It's forensics. The first thing you're going to do is, it's forensics. Fantastic. Then you know it's going to be presented in a legal way. These are very clear definitions. These are very distinct, precise, very clear and lucid descriptions, right? As legally scientific as you can get. Why? Because that court case is there to convince a jury. That's what it's there for. It's there to convince a jury. And it has to be every element of it, even the little arguments and for dismissal and change of venue, all of that stuff must be presented in a very specific way. And that's what we're getting in this complaint. So people, I want to read it to you with that in mind, just as straightforward as possible. And let's all dive in. People, and it's not that long, people, so there's just a couple more. On the third occasion, did we get the second occasion? What was the second occasion? On the second occasion involving the defendant Donald J. Trump, the plaintiff Katie Johnson was forced to orally copulate Donald Trump by placing her mouth upon the defendant Trump's erect penis until he reached sexual orgasm, right? That's a very straightforward description of exactly what oral copulation is, right? Again, bring her picture up, her actual picture. I want people to see her actual picture, right? There she is. There she is, people. This is when the age that he is doing this to her. Right? Right? Thank you. Thank you to the art for allowing us to bring this back to show you exactly who Donald J. Trump is and who all of his followers, supporters, facilitators, and co-conspirators are. This one person, Katie Johnson, can show you the mirror. Donald Trump. God. Oh, God. How nightmarish, right? Let her voice become the fury. Let's go back. What did he do? What did he do after the forced oral copulation to that amazingly innocent human being? On the third occasion involving the defendant Donald J. Trump, the plaintiff Katie Johnson was forced to engage in an unnatural lesbian sex act with her fellow minor and sex slave, Maria Doe, aged 12, just like Mary, mother of Jesus, with her unnatural sex act where God raped her. Wake the fuck up. Here they are, people, with an artistic AI load of what these two would look like approximately by age. I wanted Chewy to show you so that it's devastatingly obvious who Donald J. Trump is, was, and will always be, along with his followers. All of you Christians, all of you Jews, all of you Muslims, this is your God. This is your Tartarus. Welcome. Oh, God. To the priest of Apollo, we found the keys. We found the keys now. It needs the heart of the master musician. It needs the heart of the master musician. Oh, God. Such beauty today, people. I'll show you something so beautiful. Okay, let's go. Let's finish the complaint of holy mackerel. Let's get the entire portrait, right? Of this forensic text. Okay. After this act, both minors were forced to orally copulate defendant Trump by placing their mouths simultaneously on his erect penis until he achieved sexual orgasm. After zipping up his pants, that right, I'm quoting the source to you people. If you're listening to this without seeing it, I'm just reading to you from the Epstein files. That's all. After zipping up his pants, defendant Trump physically pushed both minors away while angrily berating them for the poor quality of their sexual performance. Right? Right? Imagine that next time you see him lying. Next time you see him, which is whenever his mouth is open. Right? Which is something our enemies know. Do you understand? That's who we are. That's the mirror. Next time you see him with his mouth open, think of him under these circumstances of his past, his alleged past. Fantastic. Bring it out. Should we show us, show the world who this man is? Right? That's my daughter showing the world who this pedo emperor and all of his sick fucking monist followers are. Now let's go to the rest of the complaint. What does it say? During the course of the savage sexual attack, on the fourth and final sexual encounter with the defendant, I'm glad this is the final one because this, you know, this is tough. Oh God, there's more. On the fourth and final sexual encounter with the defendant, Donald J. Trump, the plaintiff, Katie Johnson was tied to a bed by defendant Trump, who then proceeded to forcibly rape plaintiff Johnson. During the course of this savage sexual attack, plaintiff Johnson loudly pleaded with Trump to please wear a condom, quote, unquote. Defendant Trump responded by violently striking plaintiff Johnson in the face with his open hand and screaming that he would do whatever he wanted as he refused to wear protection. After achieving sexual orgasm, the defendant Donald J. Trump put his suit back on. And when plaintiff Katie Johnson in tears asked defendant Trump what would happen if he had impregnated her, defendant Trump grabbed his wallet and threw some money at her and screamed that she should use the money, quote, to get a fucking abortion. And with this man march the pro-life, with this man whose only offense is making himself in the image of Jesus, as you all said he was. His only offense was doing exactly what you were empowering him to do. This is what he is. He is a rapist. A rapist. See it through her perspective. Let's see it through her perspective. All of you Christians, you have shown in 2026, you have shown exactly who you are. And everyone who's out there who's not a Christian, watch them. Watch the way they support the rapist. They support, defend, and turn the rapist into a Jesus who was, ironically himself, arrested in a public park with a naked kid. Oh, God. What beauty in the universe to expose the corruption. For history itself to scream the corruption in your faces. Ah, God, please step forward. Christians, step forward and be healed. Right by the command of Amen. On the first occasion involving the defendant, did I finish that? Yeah, okay. Jeffrey Epstein, the plaintiff, Katie Johnson, was forced to disrobe into her bra and panties and give a full body massage to defendant Epstein while he was completely naked. During the massage, defendant Epstein physically forced plaintiff Johnson to touch his erect penis with it. Okay, so you see there's a pattern. If we're studying this as historians, you can see how these lace dye work. You can see how they groom and how they take a person and force them through violence to give them pleasure. right? The violence is what's there. Which one are you going to skip to? Right? These people have to be satiated by blood. Remember what Virginia said? She bled from every orifice when the leader of Israel was done. What he needed was for her to bleed from every orifice. That desire has now brought you the Israeli genocidal army who chants and sings the praises of God who has given them permission to wipe out everyone who's not chosen. This is an insane, maniacal, genocidal army of God. And it's supported by all these people who turn away from the rapist, who turn away from the victim, who turn away from the survivor. Do you understand? Who turn away from justice. Christians are not interested in justice. None of them is interested in justice. Oh, he insulted your blessed Pope. If you knew the evangelicals and the hatred for your fucking Pope that this man watched and witnessed and absorbed, you would sit there. You wouldn't bother to say a goddamn thing. You wouldn't. No one is standing for justice when no one stands for Katie Johnson's. Do you understand? She is the virgin on the hill, people. She was supposed to be protected. This was supposed to be Athens. Thomas Jefferson's dream was that this society would be Athens, not Christian Europe. Despite what the liars will tell you right now, all over every sort of medium. Oh, God. People, are we basically done? Yes, no. Eventually, Katie Johnson gets raped by Trump vaginally, and then Epstein, because Epstein was mad that Trump took her virginity. And what was the quote he used? What did he call Epstein? A Jew bastard, right? You have to understand the lace days, right? The Leistine, the plural. These people have they can be the worst racist, misogynist, hateful, you name it, whatever. KKK loving freaks. Do you understand? Death squad pushing, fucking torturing, putting people in prison where they're tortured. These fucking tyrants, they're all blue bloods born from the same cloth of greed. This is your Donald Trump. This is your mirror. Church of the unholy God and his unholy son, Jesus the rapist, Christ. What's the proof, people? You don't even know what a Christ is. You ignorant, malevolent fucks. Who's on the side of Katie Johnson? Satanic congregation. Who's on the side? Katie Johnson. Right? Put up their comments. Is anyone on the... Now, why did he do this? Oh, God. Because you have to get to the real in order to penetrate the mystery. In order to understand and embrace. In order to make profane the sacred. You have to come through the virgin. Do you understand? Put her up there one more time. Here's our virgin tonight, people. I hope and await the day of doom for one rapist, Donald J. Trump. Let's honor our virgins, people. Why don't we get back to the whole democracy thing? Tell these rich assholes to fuck themselves. Give me these rich religious assholes, I should say, right? Right? People, okay, here's what I want to do. I want to switch. Which one? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Chewy's going to show a little video, another little video she made, right? Because she wanted you to see. This is, what would you call this one? The Virgin? Right, people? Do you understand? Oh, God. Finally, they're reading their Bibles, right? Chewy, look, it's working. The antidote is being pumped in, right? You get it. As her image enters the world, the antidote is antichristing all of these people who are in bondage to a rapist divinity. Rapist divinity. A rapist divinity. All right. People, this is what the gospel is all about, what we'll be traveling around for. Right? For those of you who wrote and talked about safety and whatnot, thank you. I'm reading all of your email and compiling picture in my brain. Right? Fall into the breach, people. Fall into the breach. This is not a joke. We're not doing this for money. We're doing this for liberation. We're doing this to free the human soul from its bondage to rapists, pedophiles, sacrificers of children, greedy sons of bitches who will build palaces over dead babies and then march for life. Fuck you, and fuck your marches for life, and fuck your rapist God and president. Fuck you all. People, can somebody make a short of that? Right? By the way, Chewy and I are working Discord thanks to someone who said, hey, I want you to be able to use this. And so I'm using this to make a class for you so that you can understand. You can find those texts. And I can eat some pizza and tacos every once in a while. Oh, God. People, don't feel sorry for me. People said, stop eating the pizza. It's not good for you. Oh, God, I eat some of the finest tacos and tamales on the planet. Don't we, Chewy? Don't we, right? The local cuisine in Taos is, it's, amazing. So you just humbly go from kitchen to kitchen and say, can I please have a sampling of your deliciousness? Oh, God. What brought that on? Give me the, yeah, go ahead and give me. Wait, let's start with people. Go ahead. No, give me Jesus. I want some Jesus. People, blow that up for people. What are we talking about? We're talking about Jesus here, and there's a 12-year-old girl that I just wanted to feature. People, watch this. I'm going to do a magic trick. Are people ready for a magic trick? Are you ready for a magic trick? Here's Mark, the book you've never read because you don't read this. Kai euthus saneste tocoration. And the little girl got up right away. Right? And she took off, right? Started walking around. Right? She was 12 years old. It says, Engar eton dodeka. And people went nuts. Let's go backwards because that's how we always read stuff, right? We'll go backward. Who is this 12-year-old girl? Somebody that Jesus kratesas heros tu paidiu. Jesus takes a hold of the hand of the little girl, legeau talitha cum, and he says to her, talitha cum. And people, you sit there and you listen to total liars say, it's Hebrew. No, it's Aramaic. Right? Would you like to see what are the other Aramaic? What's the other Aramaic literature at the time? Oh, I'm sorry. You got none. Right? None to speak of. Right? Seriously. No, I'm serious. Just like there's zero Hebrew, there's fine. What do they have from Aramaic? They got jack, dog. They really got jack. They got libraries and libraries and libraries of Greek. You know, just tiny, just some Latin, and then nothing. Nothing of these people. So people say that's Aramaic. Now, would you like to see what it really is? This is my magic trick. And again, people, nobody gets this. You only get this on Lady Babylon. Right? Because the muse hands it right to me because I'm not smart enough to figure out how to get this material myself. Are you joking? Do you know how much time it would take me to do all of this? No, it has to be given to me by the muse. Fantastic. Who are these, Chewy? Go ahead, throw that in. People, these are the girls with Jesus, right? Right, ladies, give Jesus a kissy wissy. He's gonna offer you some of his semen weeman in just a minute. Like he does. It's his life, it's his flesh, it's his essence. It is that power. Now, ladies, it's drugged, so be careful, right? Is Jesus Epstein? Absolutely, except smarter. Jesus is like a smart Epstein, right? He does the drugs. He knows, right? He knows he's got the people there. If you really want to control him, you have to take him that extra step that Jesus does, right? Okay. Are you ready? Let me show you the text. What does it say? Jesus, Talitha cum. People, look at this again. Just take a look. Show me the Greek. Boom. And I want you to look at what I've got in blue here, people. This is basic science and reasoning. People, look, cum. You see it? Cum. Cum. Does everybody see that? Now watch. Flim, flam, flosa. And what do I've got there? That's the one I need. What do I have here? Floddily-doo, fliddly-dee. Take a look at what we give thee. What is it, Chewy? Look, number 6. See the cum? People, see the cum? What's right above this? This is the New Testament. This is the verse that we have, right? Talitha cum, right? Where do we find these cum? This word cum. Oh, look, people, it's in the magic text. It's in the magical papyri, right? These are supplemental. What are they doing here? People, if you have not read this text, you have no idea what this text is saying. When Jesus says Talitha cum, it's not Aramaic, you boobs. No, it's a word in Greek standardly used in magic, in the veneration of the great and beautiful and fearsome Gorgon. Are you kidding me? The same Gorgon whose Gorgon song we learned yesterday? Yes, I have in my possession a song of a master musician from antiquity who possessed the keys, as the text says, to the gates of hell. Where is it? Where is that master musician in the present now who must translate the song? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, God. Do I see him? Do I see him? Oh, what a glorious thing. People, go to that text. It's the next. People, this is the TLG that I'm using, right? It's not like you can't go use this as well, right? Oh, they'll charge you. By the way, they'll charge you to use it, which I don't mind. And they'll kick me out about once every 3 days for a 24-hour period because I overheat their system or something with how much I'm using it. People, yeah, bring me that one. People, I just want you to look, peruse with me. This is what I do in my workshop, people, which we will post after we do them, right? People, look at 41. kum. Now look what follows it. Boom. This is in a magical text, by the way, people. What is this? Alpha, iota, epsilon, omicron, upsilon, omega. 6 notes, people. Right? Do you know who you're looking at? Do you know the imprecations, the iao? Do you understand what text brings you the magic? If you're a Christian, if you're a Christer, it is Sophia. It is Sophia. Watch this, people. Now, do they get kicked off the page if I bring it up like this? Watch this, people. You see the Sophia? I want you to see what kind of environment Sophia is in. She's in the environment of a place where we can use erotic mania. Erotic mania. In a verse quoted on Tucker Carlson and mistranslated, because the fools do not read the language. And think they've read the text. You haven't, people. Talitha Kum is a magical, inspirational invocation of a demon. Ah! Oh, God. You fucking morons. It's... Now, people, remember, I'm just as surprised as you are when the muse brings me this, right? So it's not like I knew this, or it's not like I grew up with this. It's not like I, derived it or figured it out. No, it was brought to me as a gift. As a gift, people. It's a fucking gift to have this reality. Go back to the magic. I want people to see more magic. Poor Wretch. Wretch, I hope you're wearing your white pants, buddy. Right? Now, for those musicians who are here, calm down. Calm down. No. Go back to the text. Go back to the text. Yeah. And people, I just want to show you a couple more bits of goodies in this. Don't even try. Don't even try, people. Oh, God. Do you see the dragons, people? I'm showing you a text. And I want you to realize that it is full of dragons. It is a Christian magical text that is showing you the origin. And the origin of the cult is with the Irenues, with those terrible whips of the Irenues, the Furies, people, and those holy dragons. Oh, God. Now watch this, people. For those of you who are interested in the Greek, I got to show them this, Chewy. Good. For those of you who are interested in the Greek, you've got to be flexible with these magic texts, okay? Your vowels and whatnot, typically a Greek scholar, a classical philologist, that is, not somebody who pretends to be a Greek scholar, aka Gorton, right? People who are in linguistics, bullshit. Biblical studies, bullshit. You need a classical philologist, a real one, right? And for us, you're used to switching vowels because there's different dialects. So yeah, I can switch from Attic to Dorian. It doesn't bother me that much. With magic, it's on an even higher level, because what they're doing is they're appropriating cosmic music that drives the world. And in order to do so, they have to take the world and smash it into the form of the music. It's got to sound a certain way. So it's not like dialect at all. Let me give you an example. Show him that text again, Shuey. Show him that text. Oh, God. Your stuff is gorgeous. Shout out again for Chewy. Here, we got to tilt this way so I can see it. Fantastic. People, look at the Korai. Right? There they are. There's your 12-year-olds, people. Right there. Who are we imprecating? Whose powers, people, are we always going to fall back on? Now, this is Belly which is a variant of Belly Ar. Somebody asked me last week, they said, well, how can you say that Eden is Medea backwards? Because it's not Eden. The word in Greek is Edem with a mu. It's the same root. Etruscan style. It's that old Pulaski and switcheroo. Love it, people. See what happens when you read a whole bunch of this stuff? Right? It just starts to affect your brain. It does. It really does. Okay. Let's peruse. What else? There's sexy stuff in this magical song. Right, people? There's sexy stuff in it that turns the universe. Here, should we? There's Beliar. Oh, God. See him there? Oh, we love him, right? Now, people, you're going to constantly be seeing certain phrases in here. Remember the flocks that Jesus has in his eyes as the morning star? This is the power to burn. It's the power of the Nike daimonos. Remember how I just told you just 20 seconds ago? You're going to have to get used to the trying to make the word fit the incantation's music, right? This is actually nekudaimon. That's what this is, right? What is a nekudaimon? It is a demon of death. A demon of death who burns the heart. Oh, God. What does the demon of death do? The demon of death is the link. It's the link for the master musician. Let me say it one more time. The demon of death is the link for the master musician to unlock the gates of hell, to release the fury. Do you understand? Oh, God. What else is in this? People, I'm going to bring them to the right. But what else is in this magical incantation? It's more of a, people, it's an incantation that combines exorcism, right, with the act of drawing power. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Watch this. Let's go to people. What do I want you to do if you're Jesus and you're getting Christed? I want you to approach the great Lord, the great immortal Lord, and I want you to see that Lord taking the scepter of Tartarus. People, why? Why am I going to be messing around with the scepter of Tartarus? For those of you with ears to hear, we're talking about the bed of, I almost said it, the bed of the Korah. The bed of the Korah. This is the mystery, people, in action. What do you invoke the daimon to do? What do you invoke? That demon of the dead. You bring the keys. You bring the keys. I know that that's the atonic voice of the initiating instrument. Again, those of you who are musicians, you have ears to hear that, right? One of you will make a key, right? A key that will open the doors of hell. How do I know that? How do I say that? So, because it's written, because it has been written. Oh, God. I love it. Don't you love it, people? Let him out. Where'd Jung go? By the way, people, Jung needs a spanking. Now, I know you came here because you wanted to see the Greek mystery in operation, and I'm going to show it right now. at approximately an hour. We're approximately an hour into it. So you can tell people, hey, the mystery comes at an hour. People, may I introduce to you a text that has been translated poorly, that nobody has understood. Right? Right? It's Helios Mithras. Helios Mithras only, it's Mitra that we have failed to focus upon. The granddaughter of the sun herself, because we do not know the dynasty. We do not know the cult. If we're ignorant of the dynasty, we're ignorant of the cult. Why? Because the dynasty carries the communion. It's a genetic thing, people. I don't understand it. It's nature, right? It's how her body creates immortality. It's how her body creates immortality. Are you ready? I'm going to do this backwards, just like every good Satanist, right, would do. Give me the text, Chewy, and I want to read it. I'm going to start with the ending. Yeah. People, I'm going to give them a quick translation, Chewy, so they can just get a bird's eye view. If you want to enter into an oracular state, I'm translating, with somebody who is sin mystic, so that they hear the very same words along with you spoken from the daimon, then here's what you need to do. Get together to be purified for 7 days. Don't eat. Don't take any vital essence. Don't take a bath. Do you understand? You can do this alone too if you want to. You can take on the things that are said by the God. Do you understand? You will speak in ecstasy, entering that thebic state. If you want to show some other person, right? You got to consider, you got to vouch for him that he's worthy as a person. And in that place, you can enter the prophetic state as one who is judging the person's immortalization. Okay? What do you do? What do you do? Oh, God. You're going to take these words and you're going to use an atonic voice and you're going to say them over this person's head, right? Just at the point where they really can't hear. And then what are you going to do? You're going to Christ. Does everybody see this? This is real Christing, people. This is real Christing. Chrion. Do you see it? Do you see it? You remember that Luke Gorton, right, who's not really a classical philologist, right? Luke Gorton said the Christing doesn't really appear, right? Amen is using a participle, right? and threw in some words that confused you and you didn't know what the fuck was going on. Danny asked me about it later, right? Because what he said is Christing never appears. Christing never appears. What I'm doing is playing with words. Ladies and gentlemen, may I show you the participle Christing as a classical philologist? I'm ashamed to have to correct a professor at somewhere like New Mexico University, right? I hate to do that. But this is a basic translation thing, people, right? Christing, there it is. What am I doing in my religious mystery with my fellow mystic? I am fasting. I am entering into the communion. And I am Christing in order to do that. What is getting Christed here, people? Are you ready? You're gonna poop your little pants, people. right? Go ahead, pull it up. What are we Christing? We're going to Christ his opsis. Oh, God. No, I went back that way. Yeah, there we go. We're going to Christ his opsis, with it, which is either his visual field and or his eyes. Now, this is not ophthalmos, so it is not the eye. It is the eye as the organ of vision. What are we going to do? We're going to Christ his vision. Take it down so I can see it. We're going to Christ his vision. What are we going to Christ it with? People, you're about to see more than any person who's ever seen anything about Christianity or Judaism or the original mysteries. You're about to see more than any of those people have ever seen. You're going to Christ his vision with mysterion. The mystery is the Christed drug. The mystery is the Christed drug. It is what gives you vision. This is Christianity, Judaism at its base. Now we're learning this in 2026, right? We're learning it in 2026. How many of you on this planet would have read this supplemental magical text and found in it the Christing? None of you. And I wouldn't have. Right? Somebody asked me, what is the muse? How do you know? Right? That's how you know. It's too beautiful for the limited human brain to be able to pull in and process and produce. Right? The glorious ion in action. By the way, people, ion is all over the Christian magical medical works. Fantastic. These are the redacted files, right? They took these out. The Bible, they took this stuff out. Why? Because you can't do this, people. You can't expose everybody to the sacred. If we all find out what's going on behind the curtain, right? What's going to happen? You're going to blow the whole world up, right? We have to go to bed at night loving Donald Trump until we know that he is a rapist. People, fantastic. Fantastic. What's the evidence say? We always say, okay, bring back up the Christing. People, I just want you to see, there we go. I just want you to see a couple of very important aspects of this rite, right? There's a little incantation, Genesis, first Genesis of my Genesis, and then we have the vowels that are the 7 notes that will set us. What I am giving you, what I am revealing to you right now, you think is nothing. It is the Alpha to the Omega. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the master musician whose ichor flows from Apollo himself. That's the one. That's the one who is the Alpha to the Omega. Ow! God! Is it musical again? People, if I showed you what this did, it would involve everything. Oh my God. Do you see how important those keys are, people? Why do you think the Magus is always looking for the keys? Why? People, did I show you what the Magus, the epode, what is that? That's the equivalent of a modern musician. who has transgressed the line between science and magic by drawing into their own music that magical principle, that thing that Jung said, you don't understand the schizophrenic patient. He was talking exactly like a magical papyrus that had not yet been discovered. And 5 years later, the schizophrenic's revelation came true in a text described explicitly. These are the winds that we are controlling. This is the magic, people. Oh, God. Oh, God. Now, what do these people have to do? They have to get into states, people. The Christing does what? It puts them into a state so that they can be born again. As I am living, I am dying. As my genesis is the genesis of the life-giving principle, my death is now. Oh, God. What? People, you don't understand if you haven't been initiated. You don't understand. These instructions are not written for somebody who's not initiated. This is the physics, just if you will. This is the physics in this magical document. This is the physics of opening that portal. This is the physics of what Jesus himself was doing as he was Christed. God. Oh, people, give me the last. I got to go back one page on that magical text because I want to show people. What kind of people do this? People who want to be born again. If you are a Christian sitting there now, particularly an evangelical, Protestant, of many different denominations, if you're sitting there now looking at yourself thinking, like the testimonies say, which you can go see on the Discord. If you're sitting there looking at your situation and you're saying, what is this guy doing? What does he say? Is this real, what he's talking about from these texts? Is this stuff really there? Let me save you a lot of time. This is all real. Jesus was doing things that you don't understand. If you are a Christian and you believe you have been born again, you have not. Let me say that one more time. If you are a Christian and you're sitting there and you believe you have been born again, you have not. Would you like to see the process of being born again? You must be Christed. You must enter a place where the resurrection of the power is real, where you are given the sayings, the logoi of the God, where you will be able to speak 1,000 and 1,000 upon 1,000 prophecies in a state of mania. You will be born again. That's what this text says. This mythraic liturgy of Helios and his granddaughter, the first Christ. People, our process of immortalization, our process begins with being born anew. If you don't understand this, you are some rich person out there who's willing who's willing to subject yourself to a God, you have to give away everything. You have to give away everything. Enter into the death. Be reborn again. If you are not part of the Christing, you do not have eyes to see. You do not have ionic life. You have not been born again. You've been duped by that dude who's standing in the pulpit of your church or synagogue. You've been duped. You're not born again, and you're not special. You're not chosen. You're duped. People, the texts preserve the reality of the history. That's what we have an allegiance to, and that's what will free us. I'm not afraid to go on crusade to tell people very simply who Jesus was and is and will always be. To make simple the word of God for the people is my task. Please understand, we can free people. People who are sitting around hearing about Jesus, people who have already put their faith in Jesus. We can free them. We can heal them. We can bring them real love. Right? This is the initiatrix. Oh, God. Oh, God. Do we have the initiatrix? Let's play the... People want to see it real quick? No, you didn't put it on the site, did you? Did you? Okay. Not that people, there's a new one, by the way. There's a new video from Junius, and it's a video. We don't have the perfect version that'll show on Lady Babylon here without dropping the audio out. Right? But you've got it. Junius released another bit of their gorgeous, you got some guitar. People, look, show them the visual. Right? That's nice. Right, people? Be much nicer with the music. We got to ask Junius to give us if we can use the, they already said we could use it, but if we can have this one. Fantastic, people. Oh, God. Right? You musicians, what's your take, man? What is your take? Look at that. First of all, look at the instrument, right? Right? Is that what musicians do? They look at the champions. I heard that from one. The champions said it's all about that instrument. They're crazy like that. I'm serious. It's kind of like a love affair. You know what I mean? It's like the way the muse treats them, right? They're just the organic instrument, right? And I say organon because that is the word for the instrument. Oh, God. People, did you see how this is all founded on music? Give me the... People, it's the guitar. Give me the... that's okay, go ahead. I want people to be able to see the Discord, because what we're doing in the Discord now is Monday and Thursday, we're getting into these tags. So, for example, I told my readers who are going to be there, half a dozen or more, right? On Monday, I told them what you've got to do. Is it Monday and Thursday? Yeah, Monday and Thursday. I told them what they've got to do is find Satan in TLG. Find him in every ancient text that you can. We'll bring up the Greek. We'll look at it, right? We'll just do this together on TLG. But people are going to be really looking for those sources. And remember, I just brought you one because Beliar is Satan, the great dragon, right? And there he was again in the text, right? So would you have found it if you look for just Satan? No, you'd have to look for Beliam, right? Cut off the row, de-rotify it, and just look for Bailey. Now you're going to get not so accurate a search, and you're going to have to... Anywho, I'll show people how this works. What do you end up doing, people? What do I end up doing that gives you, my audience at satanic congregation. What gives you the edge is the fact that I'm reading all these texts all the time, right? And have been for years. So I'm going to have seen stuff that nobody else has seen, and I can show it to you. And you can say, wait a minute, this is Satan? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right? There is a world out there that is trying to deceive you and has been deceiving humanity for millennia. We can bring its end. We have a chance, people. I look forward to seeing everybody. Should we put up this time, put up the places and the dates for Junius, please? Right. Bring up those times and dates. We should have it right there, people. Take a look again. Take a look again, because this is where the crusade begins, right? In Baltimore. Then we go to Youngstown, go to Detroit, Chicago, and Indianapolis. Okay. Baltimore, Youngstown, Detroit, Chicago, Indianapolis. And then after a break, we'll come back to Brooklyn, Somerville, and Philadelphia. And by we, I mean Junius. And I am traveling with Junius as a student of metal. I will learn what it is to move equipment and to be around musicians. And at the same time, we will celebrate the lyrics. We'll celebrate the poetry. Right? We'll bring the devil. Are you kidding? I wouldn't go without the devil. Oh my God, this is going to be great. People, I want to meet you at this place, right? I want to meet you there. And Junius, please, I need a whip because they're not going to let me take it on the airplane. Oh, which I'm so sad about. I'm so sad about. Yeah, what if I put it where? Oh my God. People, thank you. It's my delight. It's my pleasure to be able to spend time with you in these texts. There's a lot of stuff going on at our Discord, and people are learning and picking up a shit ton of this ancient Greek, but you don't have to have the Greek to come, because other people will be translating and you'll be able to hear the translations. You'll be able to see text that you've never seen before, right? Oh God. Thank you for coming tonight, everyone. Hail Satan.
Stirring the red sauce gravy, sleigh bells ringing. Let the good times roll, fashion gibbets. Apply paint to the road, wicked Tony Tone. Fantastico, satanico, flavorful. Turning up the heat, this place is lit like fire. Stirring up the tomato sauce to die for. If they can't produce the orphans, crucify the lot of them. By order of the dragon, get this place cooking. Death Star overkill with Deathlock the Demolisher. Dead can dance macabre.
Sophia the snake, stay up late. Do you like balloons? Violet silk, Satan venom, sweet taste. Have a drop or two.
I hope to see you, Teddy.